What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Gaming Network, and today will be the start of a new series where I go over a ton of different cars in Drive Zone Online, and I will be giving you the stock speed test, the max speed test, all the tunes. You'll love to see it. It's been quite a while since I've made a Drive Zone Online video. It's actually been since like May 22nd or something. That's crazy. I should have been making more content on this game, but it's just in the near future. There's gonna be a ton of content out. So if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe. It means a lot. And maybe after watching this video, you could download this game. All right, guys, here we are. This Dodge is actually maxed out, but I turned every single like aesthetic part, every single tuning part to stock because we're gonna do a stock speed test. We're just gonna run along this highway just to show off like how fast it is. Okay, we'll turn speed check on for this. All right, lock it in. 4.12 seconds for the 0 to 100. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour is roughly 0 to 62 miles an hour. Okay, so there are the specs: 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, 100 to 200 kilometers an hour, and then the quarter mile time, which is 0 to 400 meters. And we're just gonna see how fast we can get. And the car maxes out at 309 kilometers an hour. 310. So there it is, and it's completely stock tune, completely stock formation. And now we're gonna teleport. We're gonna move back over here, and I'm gonna upgrade it, and I'm gonna tune it all the way to max. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys the drag tune for this vehicle, which necessarily means just making the car as fast as possible in a straight line. So you have all these options between engine upgrades, and of course you're going to go with the engine 505 as it gives you the most horsepower and increases your top speed. Same with the supercharger, you're going to max that out. Already over 1,000 horsepower. With exhaust, you're going to max it out as well. Gives you 51 more horsepower, and it reduces weight. Love to see it. Intake, max that out. Weight reduction, max that out. Clutch upgrades. And then this is where a lot of people mess up. Same with the next upgrade. A lot of people just go for track gearbox because it says it improves acceleration, but it does not provide the highest top speed. So you're going to go with Sports Plus. And then here is one thing that a lot of people mess up with in this game. A lot of people, when they get access to four-wheel drive, they just instantly go for it. Do not do that. If you have a rear-wheel drive car, keep it at rear-wheel drive because it keeps the car as light as possible. And even though four-wheel drive will provide a better launch, it will slow you down significantly in the long run. There are a few exceptions with some cars that use four-wheel drive and four-wheel drive 2080, but most of the time, you're going to use rear-wheel drive. And really, what drag tuning comes down to is testing. And you don't even need to use my tune. You could just use whatever tune you like. For differential drag increases acceleration. Definitely use that. We're up to 1,175 horsepower, and our top speed's 437 kilometers an hour. All right, so here are the suspension, tires, stuff like that modifications. You can use sport suspension. Rally suspension is more for off-road. Track suspension is for a track. Sports is the best. Now you get 5 different tire upgrades. These are locked because they require special tuning. And what you're going to choose is drag racing slicks. They improve acceleration. With brakes, obviously you want to max them out, and it makes your car weigh less, so. Front axle height. With drag tuning, you're going to want to have the front as high as possible and the rear as low as possible. It might look a little ugly, but it does insignificantly increase your car's speed. And then with camber and wheel shift, you leave this all to stock. This does not help you in going any faster. Okay, so that is the drag tune. And then we're just going to max out the body parts. So you get all these options with body parts, but I'm just going to make it look how I like. All right, so we have completely maxed out the so-called Sporter DRS, which, let's just use the real life name, a Dodge Charger Hellcat. And I mean, this just looks sick. Like, not only does it look cooler, but it's also faster. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. 2.45 seconds. 4.47. 9.78. Now, this is not a flat surface, so those numbers could be faster. But we're just getting like a general idea of how fast the car is. And we're already going 90 kilometers an hour faster, over 100 faster than before. And we've maxed out at 435 kilometers an hour. Can we hit 36? 436 kilometers an hour. Alright guys, thank you all for watching. I hope this video helped you guys out a little bit because, you know, a lot of people mess up their tuning in this game. And really just knowing how to tune the car is pretty important. Alright, peace.